Squad, today I'm going to answer one of the most asked questions in my mentions since it was announced that Heroic Mode was going to be in here, and that is, what's the deal with Heroic Mode being in the game so early this year? Season 6, it is taking a bit of a different path, and Heroic Mode is in this Giants Unleashed event, which, for a first event card, hasn't happened before. Back in Season 4, they didn't introduce it until about December, January time. In Season 5, they waited until, if I'm not wrong, the Elias event for Over the Limit. Talking about Over the Limit, Giants Unleashed has got a big potential of becoming the second Over the Limit, because it is so frustrating with wait times for Giants. But I'm guessing everyone knows about this already. They've just somehow managed to make it even more frustrating. GG, Cat Daddy, GG. But whilst we get through this Giant who's probably about to go down in a record time, only starting about like 10 minutes ago, we started attacking this water. I thought, let's talk about why Heroic Mode's now. And I've got some pretty big proof that, like usual with SuperCard, there is no smoke without fire. I was going to say water then for some reason. There's no smoke without water. There's no smoke without fire in this game, and this is a good example of it. So, if you breathe oxygen, or you exist, or you know what, if you're excited for this, because it's pretty big news, smack that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn your notifications on. Watch this be not power. Of course it's not. Because that would be too easy, wouldn't it? I've got to do as much damage to this guy as possible. Otherwise, I've just wasted like 3 bouts on him, waiting for the next Giant to appear as well. So what exactly do I have to reveal to you today? Well, there's been a couple of rumors, speculation, and I'm going to add to that about what's going on with WWE SuperCard now and in the future, and why we're starting to get a bit of a speed up with the tiers already for Season 6, and while they're seemingly making things easier and more for the casual fan. Well, that's because, not confirming, this isn't official, but it's very likely that we are due for a brand new tier probably around January time. And I'm talking specifically about the Royal Rumble. Hopefully by January they would have fixed Giants Unleashed. I don't know if I'm actually going to get myself Heroic Hulk Hogan at this point. Oh, it's a neon. I haven't had a neon pull for ages. So every now and then throughout Season 6, some people are finding these random teams with players who are in Vanguard Tier, even though they're clearly not in Vanguard Tier. And these players are, for some reason, we got 4 of a kind. Look at the points we get on this right now. Just to stop 201,000, baby. Perfect. Water is down. Love it. So, if you see one of them, then it's probably going to look like they've got Cataclysm cards, WrestleMania 35 cards. Now, it seems that these are inactive players. People who have been absent from the game for some time. Now, if I show you precisely what I'm talking about, I can go to the scouting option, and I can go to a team which was provided to me. And all this information, by the way, is courtesy of Uzi, who is a good friend of mine. I would share his Twitter, but he has a private Twitter account, so it won't really make too much difference. And he probably wouldn't want me sharing it on. If he does, then you'll find his details in the comments and the description below. Now, I've got into here, and as you can see, one player is in Nightmare Tier, completely active. So is 4371 Les. But if I scroll down, you're going to see this. Pizzle Sticks. Now, just before we do go any further, please don't send loads of abuse to this person. At the end of the day, this is a glitch in the game. This is something that SuperCard left in the game. But don't send loads of abuse or loads of like mail to this person. I'm probably talking to people who are going to send loads of abuse to them. But please just take a moment to think, should I be doing this? Now, Pizzlesticks has got a really rather strange icon next to his name, where a tier should be. What's this, I hear you ask? Well, I'm here to tell you, because looking at it from here, it looks like something similar to Survivor Tier. If you've played Season 1 or Season 2, or even if you played Season 3, you would know, and Season 4 actually technically, you would know what Survivor Tier is. It's a tier from the very beginning of Season 1, the first tier basically into the game after they've released the game, and then the same for Season 2, and then it was discontinued afterwards. It looks very similar to that. But zooming in on it, it doesn't look exactly like it, and I kind of determined for myself that that wasn't quite the case. So, using technology and getting help from a couple of people, I was able to access that logo for Vanguard Tier that this person is supposedly in. And it looks like this. Now, on closer inspection, that don't look like a Survivor Tier icon. That looks like a Royal Rumble logo. And I'll explain why. On the logo, there are 4 turnbuckles. On the left-hand side, there is no turnbuckle that's visible. And the reason why that is because there are 2 little kind of like plinths. Should we call it plinths or blocks there? That seemingly represent the 2 dots which are before the timer in the Royal Rumble. You know where it goes from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 0? That's what it looks like. The 2 numbers next to it, from closer inspection as well, as you can see, look like 0, 0. The design of this looks very similar, familiar to the 2K20 cards as well, because it's kind of got the individual little mini lights that are going around it. So it may just be that they've left it in the game by mistake, and it shouldn't be in the game. Well, obviously they've left it in the game by mistake, otherwise we wouldn't be having this conversation. Maybe it's not a mistake, maybe it's an intentional mistake, where maybe it's designed to get people hyped. I know SuperCard have done that beforehand and they've said, oops, we put something in the game, and then suddenly it actually appears that no, they actually put it in there on purpose. So what does this mean? Well, if this is what I think it is, it means that we will be getting a brand new tier in the game at the end of January. The Royal Rumble this year happens on the 26th of January, which means, if this is correct, and just to clarify, I am saying if. Do not take this as gospel, that we should be expecting this to drop the 22nd of January, which is about 2 months, a week and a bit, since the game launched. And to be honest with you, it's something that's been actually, in fairness, it's 2 months from today. Like, I did not know that. But hey, that makes this even more of a fitting video to have, because if it's 2 months away from now, how many events are we going to have? How many different cards are we going to have? Is this the new direction of WWE SuperCard? Are we going to be seeing a new tier every 2 to 2.5 months? Are we no longer expecting the long run-up to WrestleMania? Is the idea to constantly move the goalposts, but to also keep the game casual and not repetitive, but in a cycle? We'll have to wait and find out. But it's all very interesting, and this is all rumor and speculation based on what we've seen, not what we know, because we don't know anything apart from what we've seen in game. There is no mention of Royal Rumble, there is no mention of any specifics, and this tier may run all the way to WrestleMania. However, I am telling you now, I doubt that very much. Why do I doubt it very much? Well, very simple. Using heroic cards now to have a 4.5 month wait. Now, please don't take this as a guarantee. Okay, because I am absolutely fine with staying with this tier. However, there were a lot of complaints, especially after the spring event, that it was way too long between Shattered, Gothic, Neon Tier, going all the way up to WrestleMania. Many had almost full decks of event cards. They had heroic cards coming out left, right, and center. There were flash events, etc. It wouldn't surprise me, considering it's something a lot of players have asked for, with the Royal Rumble being the second most. SummerSlam Survivor Series, as much as WWE pushes you as like one of the biggest events of the year, you're not. So just go to the side. Royal Rumble is the second best and second biggest event of the year for WWE. So it would not surprise me in the slightest if that was a big plan. And it still allows people to grow into Vanguard Tier, all the way up to a Royal Rumble tier as such. But I personally am fine. I don't want to go too fast. I've actually restricted my spending credits wise, so I'm not going to go crazy for this kind of stuff. I'm just reporting what I see. And quite frankly, I do think it's a little fast, but at the same time, I would love to see a Royal Rumble tier. I'd love to see the graphics on a Royal Rumble tier, and it's quite inspired. The question is this the route Cat that is going to take? And if there is, how are the community, how are you going to react to it if that's how it goes? Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are. And of course, make sure you are liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and turn notifications on if you exist. Breathe oxygen, hydrogen. Listen, I'm going to stop talking. Enjoy the rest of Giants Unleashed if you can. And I'll see you guys live on Twitch later on over the weekend. Make sure you are following me over on twitch.tv/SuperZombGBBQ. You've been awesome. I'll see you in the next one.